Hi everyone, hope you're doing well. My name is Rod. Today I want to talk about a subject that is really important to me, and I think it might be important to a lot of you out there. Is that a lot of our kids out there are hurting or are angry in some way, and I want to talk to you a little bit about that. The thing is, I'm going to share some information with you. I don't have. You may or may not agree with it. That's all right. I don't have all the answers, and you know what? And you don't have all the answers. None of us do. But collectively, we have the answers that we'll need, that we can help our kids. And that's what this is about. This is just about communication. So after you hear, if you have ideas of your own or something you want to share or a story you want to share, just post it. Something that can help all of us, because that's what we're doing. One of the most important parts of my life is my family, my kids in particular. My kids are grown now. I have 3 kids, 2 daughters and a son. And there's nothing more important to me than these kids. And as you'll know, that your kids are going to have problems, they're going to have pain or disappointments, whatever it is throughout their whole life. And they're going to come to you as a parent, as a leader, and they're going to ask you to help them out. And I've been fortunate, thank God, that the vast majority of the time I've been able to help my kids. And I'm so grateful for that. But there's also been like a handful of times where my kids came to me and I couldn't help them. And I'm telling you, that was the most horrible moment of my life. I felt just so vulnerable. I felt like I just didn't know what to do. But even so, I still was able to help my kids because someone came into our lives at the right time that helped us. Whether it was a neighbor, a counselor, a teacher, a family member, whatever it was, someone came into our lives where I could help my kids, and I'm so grateful for that. But that's why I'm doing this video today, though, because I know a lot of you care about your kids as much as I do, and you don't want to be in a situation where you just don't know what to do. So this is why I'm sharing this information, because I see parents sometimes that they really love their kids, but they just seem like not to know what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share with you some steps. I wrote it down. I have my notes right here. And I'm going to share with you some of the things that we can do to help our kids. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly and see what you think. So first step is you want to get them talking. Whenever you see your kid in a situation, like you'll see the pain or the anguish or the anger on their face, and you'll catch a glimpse of it, that's the time to start approaching them, and that's the time to get them talking. Try to find out what's going on in their life. And they may not tell you right away. That's okay. There's always tomorrow. But you got to be persistent. Keep trying to get that information from your kid. Get them talking so you can find out what's going on in their life. And it also makes them feel better when they start talking about it. The second thing is you want to be compassionate with your kid. So when you're talking to your kid and your kid has a problem, be compassionate. Treat that problem as if it's your problem. Sometimes the mistakes I see parents make is that when they're talking to their kids, what they do is they treat the problem as if it's not a real problem. And you can't do that. You got to treat that kid as if that problem is a real problem. That way that kid will keep communicating with you. You treat it as if it's not a problem, they feel bad about themselves and they think that maybe something's wrong with them, and there's nothing wrong with them. Next thing you want to do is you want to not try to solve the problem. This is one of the mistakes some parents make, is that they try to solve the problem too soon. Don't try to solve the problem too soon. Listen to the kid. Let them get it all out. It may take a few times when they're talking to you. Let them get it out. You know, unless you know what you know how to solve this problem, just stay away from trying to solve the problem. Some of the mistakes that I've seen parents make is that when the kid's telling them whatever they're telling them, they jump in trying to solve the problem, but they're not solving the problem. They're just talking. They're just venting, but they're not solving the problem. One of the complaints that I've heard kids say is that the reason why they don't talk to their parents about their problems is because they don't feel like their parents can solve their problems. They don't feel like their parents can help them. So don't jump in too soon trying to solve a problem, particularly if you don't know how. You can take the time to research how to solve the problem, whether talking to a counselor, whether talking to a family member, somebody you trust, looking up online, whatever it is. And then once you have a real genuine solution, then you can start coming up with solution, how to solve a problem, how to solve a kid's problem. One technique though I think works though is that when you're talking to a kid with a problem, you can create options. Like, you know, there might be 3 or 4 options to this problem, and you discuss it with the kid and you say, okay, now these are options I have. Do you have options? and they may bring up some options. Then we're discussing together with the kids, like, now, these are options in front of us. Which direction do we want to take? So that'll help us narrow down, like, how to solve the problem. You're doing it together. Also, this is important too. Let the kid know that we're in this together. There's thunder and lightning here. It's about to rain in my area. But one of the things you want to do is let the kid know that we're in this together. You know, there's nothing more beautiful than a partnership with your kid. You know, life is difficult, but your kid don't have to go alone, and you don't have to go alone. We're in this together. You know, whether we fail or succeed, whether we get it right or we get it wrong, it don't matter. We're in this together. That creates like security. It creates this connection with your kid. You know, yeah, I got this problem, but you know what? I got my mom there. I got my dad there. We're in this together. They told me so. So you want to give your kid that kind of security when you deal with the problem. Last thing I have for you. This is the finale, but this is the last thing I have for you. Now, this is going to be hard for some of you parents because a lot of us parents, we have these egos. We do so much for our kids. We work 2 or 3 jobs for our kids. We deal with problems that our kids don't even know we're dealing with. And so this is kind of hard to do. But one of the things you want to do is you want to be authentic with your kid. In other words, keep it real. You want to keep it real with your kid. And what that means is that when you're talking to your kid and your kid is telling you that there's something they're going through, and as you're listening to your kid and you recall, yeah, you know, when I was that kid's age, I went through the same thing. That's being real when you tell your kid. You say, you know what? Yeah, this is what you're going through, and when I was your age, I went through it too. That's being real because your kids love you and they think you're amazing. And if you share with them that as amazing as you are, this is what you went through, it creates this connection with this kid, this bond. That's how you do it. The mistakes that we make as parents is that we try to present ourselves to our kids as if we're almost perfect, as if we don't go through things like we have all the answers, but we don't. So that's why I say you gotta keep it real with your kids. It creates this connection. So that's all I have for you. If you agree with it, just share some information below. If you don't agree with it, that's okay. If you have some other avenues, other ideas, other tips for us, because we're in this together as well. We want our kids to do well. Your kids do well, I win. My kids do well, you win. We all win. We want our kids to do well. So share the information, post it if you have it. If you're interested or you like what I have to say, go ahead and subscribe to it. Over the next few weeks, I have a lot of stuff I want to share with you. A lot of stuff I want to share. So in the next week or two, I'm going to share something else with you. So just to keep you posted is all. So anyway, but that's all I have for now. So thank you for listening. I hope all of you have a great day, and I hope this was helpful to you. And I'll talk to you soon.